closer to Allah. In the past, my age and more, people used to complain, oh, we have lots of things to do. We have so much spare time. We, at my era, when I was a teenager, we had nothing. Literally, in Saudi Arabia, we had only one Saudi channel in Arabic. And that was the super police, religious police. You would see it and duh. And the best time in our life was in summer, where the humidity was so high, we would put antennas with boosters to receive the reception of Egypt, Cairo. So when we get Cairo's TV on our TV, whoa, moly, what is this? You know, this is heaven. Because what is in Egypt? Nothing compared to. So we used to have a lot of time on our hands. Nowadays, when I see the youngsters, they complain of what? Lack of time. We don't have time. We have so many things. We are distracted. And a lot of these things that distract us today, they might be halal. But when you abuse the halal, it becomes makruh. And when you abuse the makruh, it becomes haram, because you will be preoccupied with it to the extent that it will distract you from doing your obligations and your ibadah. And it would make you step by step fall into straightforward haram. Now, in the past, these distractors were few. Today, there's so many. And they're so lucrative, seductive, beautiful, and you enjoy them. And it attracts the old folks before the youngsters. It attracts men and women. It attracts those who are sick before the healthy. It attracts everyone. These distractors are many, but the prominent among them is modern technology. And with modern technology, we tend to classify it in many ways. What do you spend your time today on? Browsing your emails, browsing social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, which is the most prominent nowadays among the youngsters. Facebook, nobody uses, by the way. It's just so old. And I hope one of your sponsors is not Facebook. Anyhow, Facebook, by the way, is the users are 2.9 billion on Earth, but it's dying compared to Instagram. Instagram is where everybody is on at the moment, and Snapchat, unfortunately. Twitter, 850 million plus users, but the amount of tweets are huge. WhatsApp, you're talking about approximately 30 billion messages per day. Not users, huh? 30 billion and increasing. WhatsApp, and who owns WhatsApp? Facebook. Huh? So, yeah, you know the game now. And people spend their time on YouTube, chat programs, Fiber, Skype, WhatsApp, etc., Instagram. No, what's it called? الجديد هذا اللي اسمه. لا, chat platform. Telegram. Sorry, I'm a dinosaur, right? I was born in the previous century, so you could do the math. They spend their time on media outlets on their phones. They spend their time on electronic newspapers. Lots of us search everything on Google. This is why we have Sheikh Google. Everything and we trust Google like we trust our mothers. Whatever Google says, khalas, ya Sheikh, I've said this, I've said that. Sheikh, so-and-so, no. Google says it's halal. Then we should go with it. And they also spend their time following up programs, new technology, video games. And this is live streaming, 6 hours, 8 hours a day, let alone mobile phones, smartphones, and smartwatches and the likes. Just to say what you spend your time on took me 5 minutes. What about the actual time the people spend on it? Now, this new technology, modern technology, chopped a huge part of our lives because it comes on the account of different things. And this is the question of balance. So in the past, a normal person like me, when he used to wake up, he begins the first thing by saying, Alhamdulillah alladhi ba'athana min ba'di ma amatana wa ilayhi nushur. First thing, before opening, he thanks Allah for resurrecting him. And he says his adhkar. And he makes wudu and he prays. And when he goes to bed, he makes wudu and he makes his adhkar for bed and he sleeps. When he concludes his salat, he makes his adhkar until he finishes and leaves the masjid. And when the adhan is given, he goes to the masjid, he makes wudu, before he goes, of course, and he makes adhkar waiting for the salat. Jazakallah khair. No sugar. Thank you. I need the coffee. Forgive me, but so that I wouldn't fall asleep, inshallah. So this was the norm in our times. Today, what do we do? Every single individual I know, the moment he wakes up, he holds his mobile phone. Even my wife, and I hope this is not recorded, in the middle of the night, I hear a message, and I have, unfortunately, I wake up for anything. I'm a very light sleeper, alhamdulillah, with the grace of Allah. So the message that comes to her mobile, in the middle of the night, in the darkness, I see the screen open and she's answering something. And she goes back to bed. Subhanallah. Barack Obama? Am I married to Barack Obama? You're not controlling the world. What are you doing? I said, no. This is a message came to me about a family that needs, she's involved in charity. My wife has nothing to do except charity. Poor families here and there. And she collects from there and gives there. So she just, no, they have an emergency. I have to transfer money to them, 200 riyals, 100 riyals. So this is what they do. They start with looking at their mobile. They go to bed on their mobile. In the salat, wallahi, I was in the salat, next to me, the phone rings. The guy takes out his mobile and looks at it and then scrolls down and then types something and then he puts it in his pocket. Come on, give me a break. In salat, jama'ah. So what do you expect from such individuals? If they, and how many times have you seen people, the iqamah is called in the masjid and he's outside the masjid on a phone or texting, and the salat is gone, the first rak'ah, the second rak'ah, and he's still. How many of us did skip the salat because Barcelona is playing with Liverpool? I don't know if this is the right name or something. Or this or that sports match, or because I'm watching the news, I'm watching I'm playing on video games. How many of us have lost salat after salat because I just finished this video game, inshallah. And such people memorize the Quran. They used to pray in the first row, but then little by little they prayed in the third row. Little by little, they skipped the first rak'ah. Little by little, they prayed in the second jama'ah. Little by little, they started praying home. No more masjid. Little by little, they combined the 5 daily prayers at the end of the night and pray 17 rak'ah. Only Isha is accepted. Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib is not. Even if they pray it at the end of the night. The vast majority of people don't know this. A lot of the Muslims pray at the end of the day thinking that I pray 5 times a day, Sheikh, but I delay it. No. Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib. Because they were not prayed on time, Allah will not accept it. Pray it 100 times, pray it 500 times, Allah will not accept it. Exactly like someone who comes for Hajj and is detained by the passport authorities in the airport of Jeddah, only to be released after 1 week. So on the 16th of the Hijjah, he goes to Arafah. Hey, what are you doing? So I'm going for Hajj. Akhi, Arafah is finished. On the 9th of Arafah, we finished. Everybody has gone home. I said, yeah, but they detained me without any justification. So I'm making it up. No, it doesn't work. Everything is timed. Your prayer is timed. So how many do this? A lot. And this does not stop. It is cascaded to messing up your own responsibilities. So the husband messes up with his wife's responsibilities, with his children. He doesn't know them. MashaAllah, what a nice kid. Who's this? He's your son. Oh, wallah. Yeah, this is number 3. When did he come? Oh man, I've missed so many things in my life. This is a problem. When you don't realize, ask so many of us about their children. Which year is your child? Especially those who have plenty like myself, alhamdulillah. I don't know. They go to school? Yes, they're 6th grade. SubhanAllah, so they were 3rd grade. That's good, mashallah, time runs. They don't know where their children are, which school, how is their progress or their delay in it. The mother is also not caring for her husband. She doesn't know what he needs, if he eats, if his clothes are washed and ironed. Her children, in my case, or in our case, where I come from, we have maids. So the mother leaves the children for the maid. And the father leaves the children for the driver. And everyone is sitting on their laptops, on their smartphones or smart TVs. And then you find that an employee is preoccupied to do his job because he's always on the stock market, smartphones or laptops, on monitoring the news as if he's a decision maker, and chit-chatting and and this is also cascaded to your next of kin. The vast majority preoccupied by social media specifically and in modern technology in general haven't seen their uncles, haven't seen their aunts in years, don't know their cousins. And some of them don't even communicate with their own siblings in the same house. Sometimes families come to me and say, Sheikh, when I want to call my kids for lunch, I text them. Because everyone is in their room, sitting on their on their smartphone. They're working on it. So instead of shouting, lunch, they just text them in the group and they come to eat. Most of them, when they eat and they play with it. So the people begin their day with it, surfing the internet and checking their social media platforms. They go to work, they go to school. Some of them even drive and use the mobile, and so many accidents happen because of this. And it has negatively impacted specifically the youth. How did it impact the youth negatively? Of course, even us old geezers have been affected. MashaAllah, as black as my heart. Now,